here from Horizon Health Solutions, and welcome to your video explaining to you how to understand and implement your food plan. So you would have gotten a document like this, either electronically shared with you or printed out in hard copy, shared with you at the gym or in person. So your document's going to look very similar to this. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go through a demonstration, a demo program, demo plan, and tell you all the nuts and bolts of it and how to interpret it, and then how to go about and implement it. So your plan is obviously going to be different to this demonstration plan because every plan is a little bit different. If you find there's parts that are the same here and there, that's great. You can understand it better. Otherwise, just utilize the rules and the general understanding of how to interpret your plan. That's the main thing. And then we'll go about and implement it together as we're doing our coaching together. And obviously, if there's any other questions or comments you have after this video, please feel free to talk about with me anytime or in our sessions. Let's get cracking. So what you'll see at the top of your document here will be obviously your name, your sex, and your age. You can see here, this is the QR code that you would have probably clicked to go through into this video to understand more about this plan. We'll see next here as well, there's some food groups. So our plans are very much based on appropriate numbers of servings of food groups for the day to determine your calories. We're not a big believer in calorie counting at Horizon Health Solutions. We believe it's a little bit too complicated and tacky and too much to manage. Yeah, we want to make sure these food plans are easy to manage and implement, and counting calories is both too nitty gritty, and secondly, we make too many errors. So what we've done is we've given you general food serving sizes across different food groups, which is much more easier to get right and feel confident that we're getting right. There's still going to be some error and miscalculation, like with anything, but with food groups, it's much easier to interpret and much easier to implement instead of worrying about every little calorie that you're putting in and every little calorie that's going out. So what we usually do when we put in the name, sex, and age, it spits out some certain formulas for that person, and it gives us a recommended idea of how many food groups we should give you. So this is a recommended, number of food group servings, but we then go about, and based on your goal and based on what we're seeing from your data that we've used to calculate and create this food plan, we then change those food group servings so we can manipulate those servings and the calories overall to achieve your goals, whatever they may be. So if we scroll down further, we then start getting in to what the actual structure of your day is going to be. So you can see down at the bottom here, we've got a structure tab. This is this one here, and a choices tab. So when we go through this structure tab and we see you're going to have a serving of this or a serving of that, and you ask, hey, what's a serving of this? Well, we then go to the choices tab to understand what the choices are for those serves are, but I'll explain that a little bit more soon. So let's go through the top here. We can see across, we've got meals. They're the meals you're having through the day that we're recommending you have through the day. The food selection, so what type of thing we want you to have, whether it's like a specific thing or a general serving of something. The number of servings, so you can see there's different numbers here. The food group that's allocated to, and then a kilojoule or calorie allowance for that. And that's a rough idea as to how many calories we're giving you during the day. So in this plan, we can see there's a number of meals: upon awakening, breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, etc., etc. For each of these meals, you'll see that there's a number of food selections. So if we look at breakfast and we highlight all the breakfast cells here, we can see that for breakfast, for this demo plan, we've given this person 2 servings of meats and alternatives, 3 servings of veggies, and 1 serving of cereals, grains, and rices, and also a glass of water. Okay, so everything that is listed under breakfast there, that's what we're going to be recommending that person, our client, to have for breakfast. Same rules for morning snack, same rules for lunch. You'll then ask, okay, what's a serving of meats and alternatives? What's a serving of veggies? You'll then utilize the next tab, the choices tab, to understand what those servings are. So if we have a breakfast and we've got 2 servings of meats and alternatives, let's scroll down here. We can pick any 2 servings of these items here. We can pick any three servings of veggies, so any 3 servings of these ones, and any 1 serving of cereals, grains, and rices. Now, if you find an example of a food that isn't listed or isn't similar to these little lists here, then please ask me about it. Please question, and please let's get clear on what that food is and where it's going to fit and how many servings it's going to be, okay? And that's why it's really important to continuously show me photos and continuously ask me questions about your food plan as you go ahead and implement it. Let's go back to the structure tab now. So as we scroll down as well, we're going to see a little special colored cells with certain rules. So this one's got the 20-20-20 rule and manage blood sugar spikes rule. So it gives you little special tips to make sure that we are not just consuming our food, okay? So we're not just consuming calories, but we're also absorbing calories, all right? So our goal is to not just consume calories, the right amount of calories, our goal is to absorb the right amount of calories, absorb the energy, so we actually get the benefits from the food, okay? So scroll down further, we can see the morning snack there. We can see lunch, afternoon snack, dinner. We can also see a special little blue cell here that has recommended supplements. So this is going to be a little bit different for everyone based on your data and areas that you're struggling with. You might have some supplements for sleep. You might have some supplements for stress and mindset. You might have supplements for gut health, other supplements as well. If I feel like those supplements will benefit you. Now, obviously, with these supplements, if you have any doubts, have any questions, please feel free to consult your GP or any medical specialist. I am not a medical specialist, clearly, okay? I am a coach, a health coach, a personal trainer. So if you have any doubts or you want to consult your GP about the supplements I'm recommending on these plans, please do so. I encourage it. Otherwise, the supplements that we're recommending on these plans are for general health. They are designed to help you heal and get back to an aligned balance of your body so that you get the most results out of your food and the most results out of your workouts with us. As you scroll down, you'll see a total water glass count as well. You'll also see your total kilojoules and calories. That is an estimate. It's not going to be exactly 1,854 calories, but a general estimate based on what an average serving size is of the food groups that we've given you. And then we get a bit of a food group check as to what actual food groups we've given the client. We can see here that we've given them a lot more veggies than recommended. We've given them about the same amount of fruits, a little bit less dairy, a lot more meats and proteins, and also probably half the amount of complex carbohydrates or cereals, grains, and rices. Okay, and yours is going to be a little bit different based on your goals and based on your needs and body type. Okay, I hope that explains everything clearly. Again, your plan is going to be a little bit different, but please use those general rules that I've gone through and how to interpret parts of the plan. And then the best way to go about implementing is simply to take it in really small steps, the same way that we would with our workouts. Slow and steady wins the race. You might find in week 1, you might just focus on that upon awakening process and that breakfast process. Week 2, you might then extend it to upon awakening, breakfast and morning snack. Week 3, add lunch. Week 4, keep adding more and more of the food plan. So eventually by about 5 or 6 weeks in of practicing this food plan and practicing beneficial, healthy eating, you've got it under control and you're 100% compliant, and you'll be finding you're going to get results a lot quicker. Over and out. Hope it's all good. Catch you soon.